So hello and welcome back to Phil Salvage Rebuild, another video on the channel. So in today's video I want to do two things. I want to diagnose the issue with the power steering and I want to get the car MOT'd. So this video will be recorded over a couple of days. So to start with, I want to diagnose the issue with the power steering, and it can only be, in my head, it can only be two things. Either the control module has gone faulty on the electric power steering, or the battery is knackered, showing good volts but perhaps the amps are down. So what I'm going to do first is put on a new battery that we had for the Corsa. It's down a little bit on the amps. The one on the Fiesta is 60 amp, the new one for the Corsa is a 52 amp. Probably won't make a problem, but it's worth a try, because if the battery doesn't solve it, the code that's showing, the U3000 code, does state that there is a loss of communication with the control module, and they are quite a common part to go faulty. So we might as well try the battery first, just to make sure before we rip apart the steering column. So like I said, the battery for the Corsa is 52 amps. To avoid the puddle. Keeps dust down, but gets feet wet. And the one on the Ford Fiesta is 60 amps. It's a genuine Ford battery, so there's a good chance this is the original battery, and it's been flat probably 5 times since I've had it. I've just kept recharging it. It's old in voltage, you know, so it doesn't appear that there's anything wrong with it, but we might as well make sure, just to make sure before I waste money on a electric power steering module and steering column, because they're all one piece. So we're going to whip this battery out, throw the Corsa one in there, and then we will try it again and see if it works. If not, then like I said, we're going to be pulling apart the steering column. Alright, we've got the Corsa battery in there. Let's walk around. Runs fine. Still got the power steering malfunction. So that didn't really work, did it? It's the odd time that it happened before. I literally just turned it off and then just started it again, and it was fine. But it's definitely no power steering there. Go lock to lock quickly, because someone else mentioned that, and that's not made any difference either. No. Oh well, it was worth a try for the 2 minutes it took to swap the battery over. So we're going to have to pull the steering column apart then, aren't we? Because somewhere in there is the electric steering motor and module in one piece, so we'll have to get that out, and unless it's somehow managed to unplug itself, which I very much doubt. We'll have to get it out, get the part number off it, and get ourselves a replacement. Alright, so we're getting somewhere getting this steering column apart. Airbag was a bit tricky. same as most conventional airbags. There's some holes, can't even see. There's some holes. Do you know them holes? Do you know them ones there? Sorry. There's some metal clips in there. You just push, releases airbag. Then you got your usual plugs, and you got your one bolt in the middle. And it appears that it shows you top. Do you know the forwards? There's a little groove. So that should be at the top for the wheel straight and pointing forwards. So I'm going to take off the switch gear now. It's just the one 13mm bolt, I think, pinch bolt, and that should slide off the front, and then we'll be able to see a bit more then about how to get this lot out. Wow, that was hard work. I just went in blind basically. Didn't know where any of the fixings were or anything, and I got there in the end. It took me a few hours, and an absolute struggle that was. So this is the unit, and apparently it's usually this control module that packs in, but as far as I'm aware, you can't change them. That's what I've been told. So it does look like it bolts off, but I don't know, electrical connection wise to the motor. But yeah, that was an absolute nightmare. So that's our part number on there. There's quite a few on eBay, so I'll get one ordered. It'll take a few days to get here, and then when it arrives, we'll basically do the reverse and throw it back in there, and hopefully that is gonna solve our problem. So I'll get it ordered. Once it's here, we'll crack on and we'll continue with this video then. All right, so we're back. The replacement parts arrived. Obviously, these are the two pieces. This is mine. That's the new one. Now, I didn't remove this slot from the car on mine, so I'm going to have to remove that on the car, so then this whole unit can go in as one then. I left that in the car like this, but it doesn't really matter. I can remove that section from the car and then it makes that easier to go in then, I think. But the part numbers are exactly the same. Where is it? It's on the underside somewhere. On the back of there, but it is the same. I've checked it, so I'm going to crack on now and get this in there. Also, I need to swap this over as well because this is for my key, so I need to swap the hands there. But anyway, I'm going to crack on and get them swapped over. Sorry, it's really windy today, the noise outside, but I'll throw it in and then I'll come back when it's all together and we'll try it out. Alright then, I've got enough of it back together now for us to try it. Just haven't got the cowling on for the column. And I have connected the battery. Now, I promise I haven't tried this yet, so this is, a first try with you, just like it is for me. So started fine. Well, that's a good sign. The traction control light's out. No message. Oh yes. Excellent. Perfect. It works. Well, that's a relief, that, because I wasn't 100% convinced, because it was just a weird way that it did it. It really felt like it had blown a fuse, but I checked them all, so that's perfect. I'm really happy about that. Excellent. So, not easy, that job, changing that column, but it's done. So I'll throw the last few covers on so it's completely finished. And obviously we're too late now to go and get it MOT'd, so it'll be, I can't do it tomorrow, I'm working. So I'm going to run this out, have a little drive of it. I might show you a quick clip of it if I can somewhere. If not, the next the next bit of this video should be us going for the MOT in a day or two again. So that's the fault sorted, thank God for that. Like I said, I'll road test it, make sure it doesn't come back, and yeah, maybe you'll see a bit of a road test, maybe you won't. Well, the test drive's going well, power steering's still working. I just thought I'd give you a little pull on it just to show you how it goes. I'm pretty sure it's standard, so there you go. So that's confirmed it, that's absolutely perfect now, that steering. And what a fun little car to drive this is. It's a proper little go-kart. Has plenty of go, do you know, for the size of car it is and the power. And a really nice throaty noise to it when you get the revs up there. But it proper handles like a little go-kart. It's a lot of fun, and I can see why all the young lads like these cars. So I'm going to throw together the last bits of the interior off camera, and again we'll jump back into this video in a couple of days when I take it for the MOT, and then we will have a completely finished Fiesta ST. And Bailey, if you do end up buying this car, you're going to end up with a cracker, because it is a beaut. You know, it drives incredible, and when you've had a go, I'm sure you'll want it. So I'll see you in a couple of days when it's MOT day. Right guys, it's MOT day, and it's a lovely sunny day as well, so we'll head over there now. As soon as it's been through the MOT, I'll let you know the result, and then we'll give it a good wash, I think, because there is someone coming looking to start it. So alright, I'll come back to you with the MOT results. Alright, so we've got a passed, no advisories, clean bill of health, so that's great. So we're going to give it a wash now, and then I'll drive it down somewhere and we'll have a little walk around it so you can see it for the first time clean and in the light. Alright guys, just a quick walk round because it's starting to hailstone and it's windy as hell, but I've just given it a wash. It looks a lot better, lovely and clean. Front end looks spot on now. Colour match is perfect obviously because it's a frozen white bumper for the same, you know, car, so no issues there. But just like I said, just look how clean them alloys are. Not a single curb anywhere on any of them. Absolutely perfect. Rest of the car down this side, really nice. Alloy again, perfect. Back end was unmarked, so there's no issues there. It's got all the bits and pieces in it. All the kit, brand new Continental spare wheel. Like I've already said, this has got Michelin Pilot Sport 4s all round with really good tread, almost new. You know, spot on car, really nice car. Really enjoyed building this one. So there we go, it's finished, MOT'd, 12 months MOT, 39,000 miles. It's like a new car to drive, I'll be honest with you. Really nippy little thing. I'm going to jump back in because it's absolutely horrible weather. The only thing I haven't done yet is I haven't hoovered the carpets, so they're a bit dirty, but it's got the proper Fiesta mats in it. There we go with the mileage, 39,197. ST2, so it's got the Sony system, the lit up foot plates, you know, the anthracite alloys, but you know, the rest of the car is absolutely, you know, immaculate. You know, for £6 I think it's an absolute bargain, and you know, I'd be happy with this car, definitely. It's a lovely little thing. So yeah, that is it for this car. Yeah. Alright, so that's going to be the end of this video. I was going to do a quick price breakdown, but the video is getting on now, it's over 14 minutes, so we will save that for a separate video, and I'll do the usual still image and list all the prices, and we'll work through it. And that video will be published once the car is sold, so we'll know the profit margin as well. So for now, that's going to be it. As always, I hope you've enjoyed the video, and if you have, please do subscribe. hit the bell notification, and a big thumbs up for the video helps us to get more attention through YouTube and more subscribers. Well over 1,000 subscribers now, 1.15 thousand. So thanks to all the new people who have joined. I hope you're enjoying the stuff. And yeah, let's get this sold, and then we can get out there and we can buy something else. Thank you, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.